It should be still making more power up to 7,000 RPM, not dropping like that. Something's wrong. I've noticed every single pull is like that. Made a lot less. Nothing ever works out. Time has come to finally get this thing on the dyno. That exhaust is freaking loud. Let me do a quick rundown of the mods. It's basically a full bolt-on car, meaning I have cooling, I have full downpipes by Pride Auto, I have a custom Tome exhaust done by Timmins Motorsports, I have the Spool FX 180 high pressure fuel pump, and Works 1700cc. Oh, I also have a Walbro fuel pump. So just basic bolt-ons. I also have the Z1 turbos. The downpipes are catted. I may be losing some power there. As the car approaches the dyno, I start to get more nervous. This is my first time upgrading turbos on any car, and I did it to a brand new car, which is currently my daily. On top of it being the first customer Z, or as some will call a non-shop car, to ever upgrade the turbos, and I had to use Q50 and Q60 parts to make it work. I just want everything to go smoothly today and not send a raw delivery. First pull felt really good, but something was happening and no one has yet to notice. I don't think he's trying to push it that much on 93, he just wants to dial in the feeling. We're looking to push maybe like, I'd be happy with like 6, 7 here, and we'll keep it at that. We'll have some on tap just in case we want some more power. Racebox and I agreed that 522 wheel horsepower is a really good number for 93, so we decided to go ahead and throw in some ethanol to see what it makes. I have a picture of it.
He says 600 on 93.
He said he can make 600, but I'm never going to push the car on 93 like that. Better just put ethanol, really push it.
Wait, wants to do a run right now as it is?
He just sent it. So far, my experience with Ecotech tuning the Z has been quite a roller coaster. RaceROM decides to uninstall itself at times, and overall with the Z platform, it's been pretty finicky tuning it. After every flash, I have to disconnect the ECU for 30 to 60 seconds so the torque converter doesn't lock up, which I don't mind, but it's kind of annoying. I just hope these bugs get addressed soon. Torque and 567 horsepower. We're trying to keep 600 at torque at max. We don't want to go over that. Alright, so now it's inverted. He lowered the torque on purpose. It's at 588, and then horsepower now is up to 626. So we're heading in the right direction. When I sent the tuner the graph, he noticed that something was off. It calls hard here. Like, that's not normal. It should be still making more power up to 7,000 RPM, not dropping like that. Something's wrong with the dyno.
Dyno, or
I don't know. It's this. It's calibrated. I've notice every single pool is like that. It's not normal. We're holding it up to 7,000, but if you stop recording, boost and timing are held steady all the way through. The RPM limit on the BR30 is 7,000 RPM. Normally on these turbos, you would see it keep pulling up top all the way up to 7,000 or wherever you let off. For some reason, it peaks at 50 or 5,500 and then it just falls off hard. That's not normal. And everything on the tuning side looks completely fine. Something's wrong with the calibration. So it's gonna go over there and get the guy to recalibrate it. It should be making more power. It made 650, but it kept dropping at the end. So this thing is not calibrated correctly. So we're just gonna dial it in on the street and just tune using 60 to 130 numbers. So I'll get on the dyno another time somewhere else. Things always happen at the dyno, man. It sucks, but hey, it is what it is. At least we got some pretty good baseline numbers. So we'll make some more corrections on the street and go on the dyno another day. So alright, we're gonna do a 5th gear pull. This is the first time data logging with this car here on the street, so let's see what she does. Chills. I'm not lying, guys. Look at the goosebumps. It just kept wanting to pull. It's completely different from stock turbos. That initial response is not there whatsoever, and then it starts just freight training. It just starts pulling harder and harder and harder until you get to redline. So obviously this is something I'm gonna have to learn and get used to, and I'm not gonna have enough time to really get the proper seat time to perfect my passes at the track. And then doing rolls is completely different than doing a dig. I don't expect to do very well in the competition, but once I learn this car, oh yeah, it's gonna do some damage. This thing is moving up top heavy. There's still a lot more dialing in to do. I have a feeling that dyno messed everything up, but man, it's moving. It just kept pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. Once the boost kicks in, forget about it. I'm gonna do the daily map. I wanna see how the daily map feels. This thing sounds like a freaking GTR. Tell me it doesn't, dude. That is nuts. It sounds like an R35 mixed with a little bit